Video e 6 chop. Pres drum, optoj. Who is chopping wood? My uncle is chopping wood. Who was chopping wood? My uncle was chopping wood. Claim. Who is claiming the bags? My parents are claiming the bags. Who was claiming the bags? My parents were claiming the bags. Clean. Who is cleaning the room? My sister is cleaning the room. Who was cleaning the room? My sister was cleaning the room. Clear. Spastroj. Kthialoj. Who is clearing the water? My mother is clearing the water. Who was clearing the water? My mother was clearing the water. Close. Who is closing the door? Dad is closing the door. Who was closing the door? Dad was closing the book. Një korrigjim këtu. The door. Who is collecting old newspapers? My friend is collecting old newspapers. Who was collecting old newspapers? My friend was collecting old newspapers. Who is combing the infant's hair? My mother is combing the infant's hair. Who was combing the infant's hair? My mother was combing the infant's hair. Command. Who is commanding you? My father is commanding me. Who was commanding you? My father was commanding me. Who is communicating with you? My sister is communicating with me. Who was communicating with you? My sister was communicating with me. Who is competing with you? My friend is competing with me. Who was competing with you? My friend was competing with me. Who is complaining you now? Mary is complaining now. Who was complaining last night? Mary was complaining last night. Who is concerning about you? My mother is concerning about me. Who was concerning about you? My mother was concerning about me. Who is connecting your phone? My uncle is connecting my phone. Who was connecting your phone? My uncle was connecting my phone. Who is continuing your work? My brother is continuing my work. Who was continuing your work? My brother was continuing my work. Who is copying your documents? My teacher is copying my documents. Who was copying your documents? My teacher was copying my documents. Who is correcting your mistakes? My teacher. My teacher is... My teacher is correcting my mistakes. Who was correcting your mistakes? My teacher was correcting my mistakes. Who is coughing now? My grandmother is coughing now. Who was coughing this morning? My grandmother was coughing this morning. Who is counting your books? My father is counting my books. Who was counting your books? My father was counting my books. Who is covering your tools? My brother is covering my tools. Who was covering your tools? My brother was covering my tools. Who is crossing the road? Vicky is crossing the road. Who was crossing the road? Vicky was crossing the road. Who is crying now? My sister is crying now. Who was crying last night? My sister was crying last night. Who is curing you? My doctor is curing me. Who was curing you? My doctor was curing me. Who is damage? Who is damaging the flowers? The children are damaging the flowers. Who was damaging the flowers? The children were damaging the flowers. Who is dancing with you? My friend is dancing with me. Also dancing. Who was dancing with you? My friend was dancing with me. Who is deceiving you? John is deceiving me. Who was deceiving you? John was deceiving me. Who is deciding to stay with you? My uncle is deciding to stay with me. Who was deciding to stay with you? My uncle was deciding to stay with me. Who is decorating the room? My father is decorating the room. Who was decorating the room? My father was decorating the room. Who is delaying today? My aunt is delaying today. Who was delaying yesterday? My aunt was delaying yesterday. Hur është një qizimi I kësaj video. Ju lutem me folje.